So in this question, there is a high resistance voltmeter connected here. And when this is connected across the cell, the reading on the high resistance voltmeter is 2.2 volt. Okay. When the terminals of the cell are connected to a resistance of 5 ohm, the voltmeter reading drops to 1.8 volt. You have to find the internal resistance of the cell. Okay. So in this case, we can assume the current flowing through this voltmeter when this uh, cell is connected across this voltmeter is very negligible because the voltmeter is having extremely high resistance according to the question. Okay, so whatever this reading that this voltmeter is showing, we can take it to be the EMF of the cell. Okay, because EMF is defined as the potential difference across the cell when no current is drawn from it. So since there is negligible current drawn from the cell when high resistance voltmeter is connected. So we can assume the voltmeter reading will be equal to the EMF of the cell approximately. So the EMF of the cell will be equal to 2.2 volt. Okay. Now, in the next case, what they're doing is we are connecting a resistance of 5 ohm, which is parallel to this cell. Okay, parallel to this cell. So when we are connecting this resistance of 5 ohm, the current will definitely pass through this path because it is an easier path, right? So it will pass through this path. It will complete the circuit like this. And we can still assume the current flowing through the voltmeter to be very negligible. Okay. Now, the voltage shown in this case in the voltmeter is equal to 1.8 volt. 1.8 volt. So I can say the voltmeter reading in this case, which is 1.8 volt, is the voltage drop across this 5 ohm resistor because that is in parallel with the voltmeter. Okay, so the voltage drop across 5 ohm resistor will be equal to I into R, and that voltage drop is equal to 1.8 volt. Okay, and I can also write is equal to EMF is equal to voltage drop across the resistor 5 ohm plus the voltage drop across the internal resistor. So this EMF is 2.2 and the voltage drop across the resistor is 1.8 volt plus I times R, where R is the internal resistance. So taking 1.8 to the other side, this will be 0.4. Okay, 0.4 volt is equal to I times R. How do you find the current I? Current I can be found out using this equation. I is equal to the EMF upon the equivalent resistance of the circuit. The equivalent resistance is EMF by the external resistance plus the internal resistance, which is since both are in series here. Okay. Now this EMF value is 2.2 divided by the equivalent resistance in this case is 5 plus internal resistance. So this value of current I can put into this equation. This becomes 0.4 is equal to 2.2 upon 5 plus R times R. Okay, so this will be 0.4 times 5 plus R is equal to 2.2 times R. 0.4 into 5 will be 2 plus 0.4 R is equal to 2.2 R. So 2.2 R minus 0.4 R is equal to 2. So this will be 1.8 R is equal to 2, or R is equal to 2 upon 1.8. Okay, this will be 20 upon 18. So this will be 10 upon 9. 10 upon 9 ohm will be the internal resistance. Okay, thank you.